welcome back to Sherman's Kitchen. I hope you guys are having a good night and I hope everybody had a wonderful day today. I hope you guys are keeping safe and doing well. Today I'm going to be sharing a recipe with you guys for Bora and beef, and this is a vegetable that is known all over as long green beans, or in Trinidad they call it bodi, and for Guyanese people we call it Bora. So I'm gonna share my recipe with you guys for this dish. So here I have my Bora, or long green beans, and I'm cutting it up. I cut off the head, and that's this part here, and I cut off the bottom as well because the bottom is pointy, and I have them there, and I already washed them, and these are the pieces that I cut. So I'm gonna keep cutting these, and then I'll show you guys how I'm putting this together. It's a very nutritious vegetable, and it's well known all over in the world as Caribbean people call it Bora. I think Trinidadian call it bodi, and around the world, like the Asian country, they call it long green beans. So vegetables, guys, we have them in all different shape, color, and size, but we have to remember to eat them. So guys, in this bowl I have about a pound of stewing beef. This is all meat, no bone, and this is grass-fed lamb that my husband bought from a special place. So in here I'm gonna add a tablespoon of green seasoning to season up this meat, and I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of salt for flavor. So half a teaspoon of salt for flavor and half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm gonna mix this in well, and then I'm gonna cook this to make it tender in a pressure cooker. But if you want, you can also cook this in a regular pot, but you will have to cook it for a while to get it nice and soft and tender. I like to make it nice and soft and tender before I put it into the Bora. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you guys how I do that process. So I'm gonna add the meat into the pot. I have half a teaspoon of oil, and I guess earlier Matthew said that I mentioned it was grass-fed lamb. Sorry guys, it's grass-fed beef that I'm using, and this is a special place that my husband buy beef from, where it's organic and grass-fed. So I'm using the meat part only. This doesn't have bone in this one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fry it up for 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna add some water and pressure it so it can cook faster to use in my Bora. Other than that, if you don't want to pressure it, you can cook it for a little while until the meat is nice and soft and tender to your likings. But I like when the meat is really soft and falling apart in the Bora. So I'm gonna fry it up for 2 minutes. I'll show you guys, and then I'll keep on showing the process. So after that 2 minutes, the water is cooked out. And guys, if you open your pot and 2 minutes and the water is not cooked out, please let the water cook out. You're cooking out the natural juice from the meat. If I find if you don't cook it out, sometimes the meat won't have a nice taste. So in there now, I'm gonna add some water, and that's hot water because I don't want to stop the cooking process. You guys can see it's still cooking, and I'm gonna pressure this for half an hour, or 20 minutes to half an hour, so it's nice and soft and tender. And then I'll come back and show you guys. This will help to speed up the process, because if I have to boil this to make it soft, I'm gonna have to do that about an hour. So pressuring it will speed up the process. So here I have my ingredients for the Bora and beef. I have 4 headless green onion from my garden. I have 1 regular onion from my garden. I have a mild hot pepper. I'm probably gonna use half only. I have 4 cloves of garlic. And I have here 4 tomatoes. Guys, you don't have to use 4. You can use 1 or 2 or how many you like, or 1 large big one. It's just because these ones are small, I want to use them all. So I'm gonna cut these seasoning up, and then I'll show you guys the next step. So in this pot, I'm gonna add my onions, and that's the 1 onion that I cut up. I'm gonna add my green onion. Did you get one?
Yeah.
Sorry, Matt. I'm gonna add my garlic. Just a little thing or badly?
It's a little bit.
Okay. And then I'm adding my garlic and green onion and pepper. And I add half of the pepper that I show you guys. And guys, Matthew's helping me to do my video today. He's my little helper today. So I'm gonna cook this up. And the pepper is not a red pepper. It's like a yellow, greenish, yellowish, half ripe kind of pepper. So you can't really notice it in here. I'm going to cook this for 2 minutes or so. And then I'm going to be adding some tomato paste because I like to give the whatever vegetable I'm cooking a nice color. So stay right there, Matt. I'm going to add a tablespoon of the tomato paste. I like the color that it will bring out in the Bora after I finish cooking it. So 1 tablespoon. And then I'm going to mix this in well. Even though I'm adding some tomatoes, the tomatoes don't really give a color. It just flavor up a little. But the tomato paste will do a good job. So I'm going to mix this in like that. See how nice it looks, Matthew?
Yep.
And so the next thing I'm gonna add to this right now is the beef, and it's nice and softly cooked. So this can get some flavor with the seasoning that I add into here. And this is cooked so soft, guys. I tried to cut one with a spoon, and it went right through. So this here, I'm gonna add my Bora here now, or for my Trinidadian friends, they say Bodhi. So I have it, I wash it before I cut it, but I like to keep it in some water, look, Matt, so it can be nice and moist. And I'm gonna pour it out in the pot now. So there you go. And today I'm not putting long pieces in here. Today I'm not putting any potato in here. I'm just gonna cook the Bora and the beef by itself. Sometimes I put potatoes inside, depends on how I feel, and sometimes I cook it without. So I'm gonna put in the rest that I have here, and then I'll turn it up. See, Matthew?
Yep.
And then I'm gonna add some salt and black pepper into here, and I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon. I usually add a teaspoon of salt, and then if I need to add more, I'll add it later. So I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt, and then I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of black pepper, and I'm gonna let this cook for 2 minutes. So my black pepper is going in here. I'm gonna let it cook for 2 minutes, and then I'll come back and check it, and then I'll add my fresh tomato into here. So I'll cover this and come back to it. So let's check this after the 2 minutes, and it is cooking up nicely. Yep, it is cooking nicely. So at this point here, I'm gonna be adding my tomatoes, and then I'm gonna just cover it and let it cook again. So the tomato is gonna spring up some water, and that's all that tomato that I showed you guys earlier. I'm just gonna leave it on the, no, I'll mix it in. And then I will cook this until it spring up some water and the water is cooked out. And the next time I open it, I'll taste for salt, but it's looking good already. So I can't wait for the finish. So let's check this now. After I put the tomato, Okay, it's cooking nicely. And guys, I didn't add any water or anything. I just cover it and let it cook. And it's actually cooking without water. So I'm going to taste one of these to see if I have to add anything else. Actually, I need a little pinch more of salt, and I'm going to do that right now. Because if you don't have enough salt, the flavor won't be right. So I'm just going to add that here. And then I'll still taste it after, because I like to taste before I finish a dish and then it don't have flavor. So I'm gonna cover this back down again, because the steam, when you cover it, will cook the Bora and make it nice and soft. So I'm gonna cover it for another 2 minutes. But look how nice it looks. You can see the tomatoes and you can see the beef all over, and the Bora is actually getting soft. So I'm gonna cover it back, come back in 2 minutes, and then we'll check it back again. So guys, let's check this. And it is cooking up like crazy. So this is done. The Bora, we're not cooking it too much. Like we like when it's cooked halfway, so you still get some of the nutrients. So I'm gonna turn it off now, and I'll plate and show you guys. So here is our Bora and beef stew. It is done and ready to eat for all my Trinidadian friend. The body is done. I hope I'm saying it right. And it's also known as long green beans. So I'm gonna plate and let you guys know how it tastes. So guys, here is my plate of Bora and beef, and I just stewed this up. We didn't curry it or anything like that. And I have my baked pepper here that I'm gonna bite today when I'm eating it.
I want to do that.
So I'm gonna mix up and let you guys know how this tastes. Bora is a very good, it's one of our vegetables that's very nutritious. So try eating it in your daily diet, guys. It's very, very nice as a nutritious vegetable. Do you think I should buy this pepper, Jess?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm gonna challenge myself.
I wanted to do that since I saw the peppers.
I don't think it's a hot pepper. So guys, let me see if I can do this. You sure?
Yeah.
It is hot. It's hot. I can't do the whole thing.
We'll get you some lemonade just now.
So guys, that taste is amazing. I always cook Bora, but I didn't cook it with beef for a long time. And this here, the meat was cooked so soft that it's just falling apart. And the flavor for the Bora, guys, is so nice and rich. And the pepper is so hot. I'm sorry guys, I bite into it, but I couldn't finish that piece because it's a very, very hot pepper. Actually, I buy this pepper to make pepper sauce. So I'm gonna take a bite with a little tiny piece of the pepper, but that makes the food even more better.
I might try a pepper if I could.
That first one is hot. So guys, I don't know when last you had Bora, but please give it a try someday. You don't have to, if you don't eat beef, you can cook it with chicken or shrimp or any kind of meat of your choice. And if you're a vegetarian, you can cook this dish without any meat. So play with it, mix it up, and do it the best way you can. Please remember to check out the One Guyana Food Festival cookbook when it's out. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Please, you only have to subscribe to one video. Until then, have a great night. God bless. Bye for now.